get out of even the most miserable positions. Anyhow, I'd just like to share my story with you friends here. I did my law from Delhi University. I was a lawyer by profession. At the age of 25, I used to get a lot of cough and cold while I used to practice law in the High Court. I used to see a lot of cold and cough, and many times I was down with fever. So once I went to my doctor and he noticed a tumor, sort of a node just below my neck region, right here. And the doctor said that, does it ever pain or not? And I said, no, I have no idea about this node what you're talking about. Anyway, he told me to get a CT scan done, and the scan said that there were many nodes all across the chest region and underneath the armpit. As I was quite stressed because I was just 25 years of age. I had never gone to a hospital in my life. I was very scared of hospitals. Hospitals are one thing which always made me scared. But anyhow, I told the doctor कि ये जो node आपको दिख रहा है, I hope it's infection या tuberculosis, कुछ ऐसे हो. He said, I cannot say anything. It might be tuberculosis, it might be infection, but at worst, it could be cancer. We never know. Anyhow, तो घर में बहुत वातावरण काफी चिंता का था. Everyone was quite stressed. My mother, father. I was just 25 at that time. So we had to go for a biopsy. The doctor said the only way to know what was there was a biopsy. So I got my biopsy done, and biopsy said that it was Hodgkin's lymphoma, cancer of the limbs. So that was the big news for me. Just at the age of 25, when I had only seen people suffering from cancer in movies, and here I was a cancer patient myself. I'm talking about the year 1998. So जब एकदम से घर में पता चलता है कि कैंसर आया, तो बाकी सब चीजें तो आदमी भूल ही जाता है कि मैं वकालत भी करता था या I was doing something else. It is just cancer and nothing else. So that I went to the hospital, and this was Apollo Hospital, New Delhi. So the doctor did tell me that it's going to be a 6 months chemotherapy ABVD regimen, and I should be fine after that. He said the cure rate would be 90%. There should not be any problem. I should be okay with the treatment. Anyhow, we did as told by the doctors. The wakalat practice to chuti gayi because I had to get back to the doctor and my chemotherapy stuff. He did tell me जो side effects होंगे कि hair loss होगा, eyebrows में loss हो जाएगा, you'll lose weight. These are the side effects what doctors normally do tell. So he told me, he made me aware of the side effects of cancer. Now the chemotherapy started in January 1999, and they were for 6 months. So 6 महीने chemotherapy के दौरान मेरी law की practice छूट गई. As it's normally done, you can't go to court and go for chemotherapy at the same time. But anyhow, I completed my chemotherapies in about July 1999. After the chemotherapies, the doctors got a gallium scan done. This was to know whether any activity is present in the body or not. So he got that scan done, and he said that there was no activity in the body and you were cancer-free. So he congratulated me, saying that, Mr. Berg, you're cancer-free, you can get back to your law practice and you'll have a new life now, so no problem, get back to law, enjoy life. But anyhow, I joined my law practice again. 3-4 महीने वकालत के ठीक थे, कोई दिक्कत नहीं थी, it was fine. But after about 4 months, about November 1999, I started having a swelling in my right arm, right here. And a little bit of swelling just below my neck, here also. So जब ये सूजन दोबारा से शुरू हो गई, we were kind of concerned that why do we have this swelling. I went back to the doctor, and the doctor said that we need to again get the gallium scan done to know what is the problem now, because he thought everything should be okay with me. So I got the gallium scan done, and the scan said that the cancer has come back in 4 months, and this time it's very aggressive. It's also gone down till the abdomen. अभी तक सिर्फ ऊपर था छाती के region में, अब वो abdominal region तक पहुंच चुका है cancer. तो 4 महीने में cancer दोबारा से वापस at the age of 25. Now we asked the doctors what should be done now. The doctor here said that we could try to control the disease with 2 or 3 rounds of chemotherapy, but a bone marrow transplant, an autologous stem cell transplant would be a best way out under circumstances. We were confused, kahan jaye, autologous transplant kahan hota hai, kya karenge? We don't know anything about all this stuff. He says you go to the US, go to Canada, go to London and get a transplant done, because in India we didn't have so many transplants going on during 1999. So he suggested us to go abroad for a transplant. Anyhow, my aunt is in the United States, she lives in California, so she found a good center for us. That was UCI Medical Center, University of California, Irvine, Orange County Medical Center. So she found that hospital for us, and there the director was Dr. Winston Ho, he was the director at that time. So he said, my aunt said कि आप आ जाइए अपनी reports लेके यहाँ पे सारे, मैंने यहाँ doctor से बात कर ली है, and we can go ahead with the transplant in the United States. It would be an autologous stem cell transplant. We did as told. We got my tickets for the United States, and हम लोग, मैं, मेरे father, mother, I was about 26 then. So we got all the tickets done for the United States and went to this UCI Medical Center. Now over there the doctors did tell me the entire procedure of the transplant, that what the transplant would be. It would be that they would insert a catheter just below the neck. यहाँ वो tube like एक चीज़ डालते हैं जहाँ से वो कुछ blood के package निकालते हैं. उसके बाद 7 दिन 7 रात लगातार chemotherapy देंगे. 8th day would be the rest day. 9th day they would reinsert that processed stem cells back into me. In all, he said you might have to be in the hospital for about 21 days. So we did exactly as told by the doctors. I was admitted to the hospital the next week, and they inserted the catheter, and then 7 days, 7 nights of chemotherapy were given. 8th day was the rest day. 9th day, they reinserted those processed stem cells back into me. So I was in the hospital for about 21 days. The new marrow started working on the 15th day, and I was there for 21 days. तो 21 दिन अस्पताल स्टे के बाद डॉक्टर ने कहा कि आप अपने आंट के घर में रेस्ट कर लीजिए, महीने बाहर आके रेडियोथेरेपी करा लेंगे उस जगह जहां कैंसर पहले ज़्यादा था, वहां एहतियात के तौर पे we'll get some radiotherapy done. So we did exactly as told by the doctors. I got my radiotherapy done also. Now after this whole procedure, this was about May of 2000, the doctor at UCI said that Mr. Wake, he got my scans done, and he said, Mr. Wake, now you're totally fine. You don't have any cancer. You can go back to your country and now lead a normal life from here onwards. There should not be any problem. Because we've done a bone marrow transplant and you have a new life now. So he congratulated me saying that. Anyhow, ये सुन के बहुत अच्छा लगा कि भाई ट्रांसप्लांट हो गया, नई जिंदगी मिली है, अब तो कोई दिक्कत की बात नहीं है. I'm doing fine. I can go back to my country and get back to my law practice. Anyhow, I came down back to India in about, I think, July of 2000, and I again joined my law practice back. 2001, 2 were quite good. I didn't have any problem. My law was going on fine. I was practicing in High Court. Things were nice. But by about end of 2003, what happened is कि कॉलर बोन के नीचे जो थोड़ा सा स्कार रह गया था, जहाँ से उन्होंने बायोप्सी की थी, 1998 में बायोप्सी की थी, जब ट्यूमर निकाला था तो वो स्कार तो यहाँ रह गया था, हल्का सा स्कार, हल्का सा जख्म. So उस जख्म में से हल्की हल्की पस निकलनी शुरू हो गई. Little bit of pus started coming out, and I did not know what was going wrong with me. I went to the doctors, and doctors said that it's an infection. So we can do something about the infection, put some antibiotic, put some bandage, and try to just kind of heal it, let it be. But anyhow, as the days progressed, the pus निकलनी और ज़्यादा शुरू हो गई from this area, just below the collarbone. मुझे ऐसा भी लगा कि जैसे ये collarbone हल्की हो रही है, काफ़ी पिघल रही है. वैसे ऐसे मैं इसको प्रेस करता था, मुझे लगता था कि ये अंदर की तरफ घुस रही है. मालूम पड़ता था कि जैसे टूट रही हो collarbone यहाँ पे. तब हाथ में भी दोबारा से सूजन आनी शुरू हो गई थी यहाँ पे. I again went back to the doctor कि डॉक्टर साहब ये तो पस ज़्यादा निकल रही है. What is the problem? Now the doctor probably thought that it might be tuberculosis because he got my ESR test done and ESR was quite high. So he thought it might be tuberculosis, so he put me on to anti-tubercular medicines. But anyhow, it was not tuberculosis. So what happened in the next few days, that this collarbone over here started melting away. ये ऐसा लगा कि पिघल रही है ये कॉलर बोन, और पीठ में भी काफी सारे छोटी छोटी गिल्टियां आनी शुरू हो गई थी पूरे पीठ में मेरी। कुछ समय बाद इतनी हालत खराब हो गई कि ये कॉलर बोन यहाँ से टूट गई, it broke down. Now I have a new collarbone right here. You can see I have over 400 videos onto this channel YouTube where I have explained my story, how did this all happen and how did I get out of it. But anyhow, what happened is finally this collarbone over here broke down. ये यहाँ से टूट गई collarbone. और अल्टीमेटली हालत इतनी खराब हो गई कि आप यहाँ से पेन डाल के यहाँ से बाहर निकाल सकते थे। एक चैनल बन गया इतना बड़ा, यहाँ से यहाँ तक ह्यूज चैनल। अबाउट आधी ग्लास पस निकलने रोज शुरू हो गई। मैं ऐसे दबाता था तो पस निकलती थी क्योंकि मैं I could not wear any clothes because of the continuous pus which was coming out from this region. So situation became very bad. Ultimately the doctors finally gave up. They said that yes, it is cancer which has come back, and now we do not have any more treatment ahead of this because we've done the bone marrow transplant and आगे कोई treatment दिखाई नहीं पड़ता. We might be able to control the disease, but there doesn't seem to be any cure once the transplant has failed, because we cannot do a transplant once more right now. So we do not find any solid treatment right now. So what we did is we checked up at UCI Medical Center. मेरी जो मैंने बताया कि बाहर आंट रहती हैं, फादर की सिस्टर बुआ जी, तो बुआ जी से कहा आप फिर से UCI में एक बार बात कर लें कि अगर वो कुछ कर सकते हैं ऐसी पोजीशन में कि ये तो दोबारा से पस बन गई है और यहाँ से लेके यहाँ तक खट्टा हो गया है, और डॉक्टर्स ने यहाँ कहा है कि मैक्सिमम 1 महीने की जिंदगी रह गई है। डॉक्टर्स ने यहाँ तक कह दिया आप फोटोग्राफ निकाल के ले आओ, 15 दिन 1 महीने की जिंदगी बाद में चौथे में काम आएगी। So it was really bad. We went to Patra, we went to AIMS, we went to a couple of hospitals around here, but they had the same opinion that we don't have much life left under such scenario because it's cancer with terminal stage. It's spread all across the body, about half a glass of pus is coming out, there is no collarbone, everything is gone. So we checked up at UCI Medical Center where the transplant was done, but UCI were of the same opinion that they might not be able to cure me under such scenario. They might be just able to extend some lifespan. They could just offer some palliative care to ease up the death. कि भाई हम पैच लगा देंगे, मॉर्फिन इंजेक्शन दे देंगे कि दर्द कम हो, आराम से इंसान जा सके. It was like that. So this is I'm talking about the year 2004 January. Now we checked up another hospital in the same region in the United States क्योंकि मेरे फादर की सिस्टर बाहर रहती थी तो वो हमारे लिए बाहर होमवर्क कर रही थी. एक और हॉस्पिटल था by the name of USC, University of Southern California, Los Angeles. We checked up at this hospital. Theirs was more like a research center. They said कि हमारे यहाँ बाहर विदेश से काफी पेशेंट्स आते हैं जिन पे बोन मैरो ट्रांसप्लांट भी फेल हो जाता है. So we try certain research drugs onto them. But they were sure that with these research drugs, they cannot cure me. The cure rate is practically negligible. What they can just do is give me some period of lifespan, probably 6 months, and they were sure the cancer would come back even if I'm tried on these research drugs. That's what their statistics showed. Anyhow, so we went to USC because we got some ray of hope. So on a wheelchair and a big huge stretcher, we went to USC. But let me tell you, your friend, that even here I never gave up. I always had full hope in me. Even when the doctors in India told me, Mr. Vaid, you've got 1 month to live, I never gave up. My enthusiasm level was very high. Let me just share an incident here. Now I was with these antibiotic bottles and with all bandages and in a big wheelchair, and we were going to the United States to USC. Now we had a stop of one night in Hong Kong, and I told my father, Papa, I want to go to the mall. He said, Ramni, you know that? You're not doing well. Doctors are saying that you just have 1 month to live. Do you want me to take you to the mall in Hong Kong in such a scenario with the wheelchair and with the bottles? I said, why not? Nothing's going to happen to me. So enthusiasm was there. Let me tell you, friends, it's not the cancer which kills you, it's the enthusiasm which dies down that kills you. So no matter what, so never lose hope. That's very important, you got to keep in your mind. So anyhow, now let me continue with the story. I reached the United States at USC Medical Center. The doctor told me, and he saw my position, the first thing he told me is, Mr. Wood, how come you're there? You know, you're on your deathbed right now. I can put my hand from here and take it out from here. You're all hollow. And doctors in India are quite right. You just have 1 month to go. But anyhow, he said that I'll try this research treatment onto you, but that cannot cure the disease. We'll try to knock off the cancer cells, but it would come back definitely. The cure rate is practically negligible. We are practically sure it would come back in 6 months. But anyhow, we did as per told by the doctors. We were admitted to the hospital, and they tried this research treatment onto me. It was day 1, day 3, day 7, they were trying this research treatment. In all, I was in the United States for 2 months, and even with the treatment, I could definitely feel much better. My nose started shrinking down, my collarbone, I could feel there was new skin coming up around this region, and I could feel doing much better. Even my diet improved. After about 2 months treatment in the United States, the doctor said, Mr. Vick, that is all what we could do for you. You can go down back to your country and try to lead a normal life, but we are kind of practically sure the cancer would come back in 6 months because the cure rate is negligible. The best treatment was bone marrow transplant, what has already failed in you. With this treatment, I think you might be able to get a life in 6 months, but there is no cure over here. So anyhow, I came down back to India in the year 2004, about I think it's about July or August now. So I came down, अब मैंने वापस आके सोचा कि लॉ वकालत करने का फायदा नहीं है, वहाँ डॉक्टर कह रहे हैं कि 6 महीने में वापस आ ही जाएगा कैंसर, क्योर रेट कह रहे हैं कुछ है नहीं खास, it's negligible. So what I decided is to do something different and forget about law anymore now. So here was the turning point of my life. Coming down to India, I made up my mind that I'm going to do something different now. Now, here's the story I want to share. When I used to practice law, I was quite fond of yoga and naturopathy. And ये शौकिया था, मुझे काफ़ी शौक था वकालत करने के साथ साथ. I was fond of practicing yoga and naturopathy. And it was a matter of chance that I had done a course called Diploma in Yoga and Naturopathy from Lal Bahadur Shastri Sanskrit Vidyapeeth. And I had come first in the university. I had also got a gold medal in that course. But that was just like a matter of hobby, what I had done while I was doing my law. It was never that I'm going to make this as my career. It was just a hobby of doing some yoga, pranayama, and just trying to eat good food stuff. That's naturopathy all about. But anyhow, since I didn't have much life left over here, I decided to implement that knowledge of pranayama and food therapy, what I had learned in my course, where I had done that course of 1 year. So I made a set of 15 pranayamas for myself and named them as mind, body, soul pranayamas. You'll get all these things on my website. The website is ravneekvick.com, so you can get everything what I'm telling you here. So anyhow, I made a set of 15 pranayamas for myself and named them as mind, body, soul pranayamas. And I started practicing those pranayamas without fail. 1 hour morning and 1 hour evening. And I also started getting careful of my eating habits because I was taught in naturopathy that whatever food you eat is either good or bad for your system. So try to get into a habit of eating good food stuff, a high level of antioxidants also. So anyhow, I started exploring the healing powers of pranayama. And few months passed by, मुझे लगा कि मेरा health status ठीक है, energy level भी अच्छा है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, I'm doing fine. So I went back to the doctor in the US after 6 months. The doctor was quite surprised to see me. He said, Mr. Vick, you're still there. I said, yes, doctor, I'm there in front of you. You can see me now. So he did the lung functioning test. Number 1, when I left from the US, my right lung was just working 20% because of the fibroids. But right now, both lungs were working 100%. And he also did my CT PET scan, and he said the cancer is not there till yet. So he congratulated me saying, the cancer is not there. Whatever you're doing, just keep on doing that, is doing good on you. So I came down back to India, and I was practicing the same pranayamas. 6 months back, I again went to the doctor in the US, and again the cancer was not there, I was doing fine. So 1 year passed by. अब 1 साल हो गया तो मुझे लगा कुछ और तो करना है, अब 1 साल तो हो गया, कैंसर तो आ नहीं रहा, so I might better do something else. I don't want to join law back. So I started taking individual counseling sessions on pranayama and food therapy. I started taking workshops on the miracles of pranayama and food therapy, and I came out with my first book in 2006. That was at India Habitat Center called Win Over Cancer. This Dr. Vinoda Kochipillai, who was at that time IRCHE, she was the chief of Institute Rotary Cancer Hospital AIMS, so she came to she came to inaugurate that book. Now since then I have been taking these workshops on pranayama and food therapy, and I also have a basic course called